2016. I'm going through some of the best movies for every year that I have been alive, and in the year 2016, I was 26.
Will's doing it.
I know this is not going to be every movie from 2016, but these are just some of my favorites. So if you think I missed any, please leave it down below. Let's start off 2016 with a great one, La La Land. It almost won Best Picture, except it was actually Moonlight, but that's a whole thing of the year that was wild. But the movie La La Land was just fun. I love Ryan Gosling, so he really killed it. Emma Stone's good and great. She's fine. She's there, but Ryan Gosling did some special stuff. He learned to play piano in this movie. You know, this director, he was a white guy who saved jazz, which everyone was very happy about. The music's fun. The dance numbers are great. The opening is so fun on the highway. You know, you have everyone dancing on top of their cars in LA traffic. It's beautiful. It's obviously a very LA kind of movie, so I don't know. If it was New York, I Broadway style, I get it a little more, but you know, LA is kind of, you know, movie stars and everything, blah, blah, blah. But the piano playing is great. Ryan Gosling, I already said, he's amazing because he is. And yeah, if you want to have a good time and watching a movie and it's emotional, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's a very, it's a roller coaster ride, and I like it a lot. La La Land for Best Picture. Staying on my man Ryan, we go over to The Nice Guys. It's him, Ryan Gosling, and Russell Crowe. Like kind of a buddy cop movie, you know, Russell Crowe is a hard, badass kind of cop. Ryan Gosling's a little more silly but still smart, and it's just a really fun, pretty dang funny movie. Ryan Gosling, I think, he can do it all. He's very talented, and he gives like this very like earnest, but then hilarious performance. He could do it all. I can't stop singing his praises. But you have to see Nice Guys. It's probably on one of your streaming services. Go check it out. It's very, very good time. Heading over to a galaxy far, far away, long, long time ago, we have Rogue One. This was the kind of in-between movie where you kind of see how they get the Death Star plans before the first movie comes out, the New Hope, episode 4, technically. This was a very interesting movie. It looked great. It was like really like a Star War. Like you actually saw some like, this is like a war movie. It's really cool. You have a lot of great characters. You know, some of them you kind of get more time with, but like it's a great band of characters. And you have Andor, who now has his own spin-off show, technically what happens to him before he gets here. Because if you see the end of this, you know everyone dies at the end, which is because the Death Star blows up the planet they're on. And it's like, it's really cool that like you could just see this, like it's like a short story. It's like, we know that the Death Star plans, so we weren't worried about the Death Star's plans. We know they get off planet. We know how they get them. But just finding, like, seeing that adventure, like that's what I want Star Wars to be. I want Star Wars to be these little mini adventures that we kind of just get a glimpse at. We know the bigger world. We know kind of like the Empire, all this different stuff going on. But let's see like a day in the life of somebody. And that's why Andor is a really great show. And I'm really excited for season 2 as of filming. So it's hopefully coming out this year. But like that's what I want Star Wars to be, a amazing world that's been set up. But we don't need to focus on the Jedi all the time or the Skywalkers. We've done that for 9 movies. We've done that. Let's just do something different. Next up, we have Deadpool. This is Ryan Reynolds' dream baby. He technically played him before in a Wolverine movie, but it was so bad that he had to like redo it to make up for that. It was like a passion project of his. He's done multiple now, and I feel like Ryan Reynolds has kind of become Deadpool. Like him and Deadpool are the same person, and anytime he's in a different movie, which he just acts as him. Like he's a character of himself at this point. But Deadpool, the first one, was like, groundbreaking, made a whole bunch of money because he's rude and he's crude and he breaks the fourth wall, and it's just. But now there's so many movies that kind of like, oh, it's like Deadpool, but not. And I like the first one. I've seen all of them, but I don't like. It's not like I'm not pumped every time to see them, but they are something that's like fun because like the most recent one, Deadpool Wolverine. It was just a cameo fest with a whole bunch of, pokes and things to do with things in the real world, things with the Marvel Universe. Like, I appreciate all that stuff, but it's like not like I'm not going to rewatch it. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of these movies are like, they're fun in the theater because it's like, oh, I get that reference, I get that. But that's not good. I'm like, oh, this was an amazing film. Like, I'm not going to come back and rewatch it. But the first one was great. he fleshed out a whole bunch of things and really proved himself as like, this is a character that needs to stick around. Next up, we got Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. A really, really hilarious, like mockumentary style thing about Andy Samberg and the Lonely Island crew. He's a pop star. He's on tour. He's doing all these things. Andy Samberg is great. And it's just kind of like, it's just absurdist things all through the lens of this like music documentary about, you know, his rise and his fall and all this different stuff. And also commenting on like the pop music industry where, you know, if you're not, you know, talked about every day, you fly, you know, his self-confidence goes down. He was given so much validation, all that kind of stuff. And it's just a really hilarious movie. And the music is great. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's like some of the songs are really, really good. Lonely Island knows how to make some good jams. Shifting the mood completely, we have Arrival. This is Denis Villeneuve just flexing on us. And Amy Adams is great in this movie. An alien ship thing, pod, kind of comes down. And then it becomes a timey-wimey thing. I don't want to get too much into it because you got to kind of watch it to understand it. Even I don't understand it, even though I've seen it like maybe once or twice. And it's just, it's a very vibey movie. Like you feel like, ooh, like there's a very like ominous kind of vibe throughout. And then it just kind of, you're like kind of discovering things as the characters are discovering things. And it's just a really, really well done and looks beautiful. Denis just, him with this and with Dune and all these different things, like he has such an amazing vision and he kills it every single time. And last on the list, we have Marvel's Captain America Civil War. This was the movie where we had like, oh, we've had the Avengers, we've had that, but now let's have a bunch of Avengers against each other. You know, you have Captain America and what he wants, which is to be able to, you know, work independently. And then you have Iron Man, who wants to kind of set some rules where, you know, the government kind of can help and say what the Avengers should and shouldn't do. So, and then they have, you know, people kind of pick sides. It's a comic book story that they were kind of waiting to do, and I'm glad they waited. They didn't just jump into it like right after Avengers and like, all right, now we do Civil War. It's like, no, you had to let it breathe. You have to build up more characters. You have to have like stakes built. And you know, it's great. The fight scene in the airport's fun. Everyone's fighting each other. It's, you know, they're fake fighting, so it's not my favorite because like no one actually wants to hurt each other. Like, there's some people who maybe have some beef with each other, like Black Panther and the Winter Soldier have some beef, so they're actually fighting. But like, you know, Hawkeye and Black Widow are not actually fighting because they're friends and they're like, I agree with him, but I don't want to hurt you. But this was like kind of a movie where like it kind of made them split off and then obviously to come back together for Infinity War in a year or two. 2016 had some really, really solid movies. If you like this, I have a playlist going with all the movies from 1990 all the way up to today. If you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And follow me on Letterboxd. I post reviews there all the time. I love that app. I really like making these. I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Please leave it down below. What was your favorite movie of 2016? Thanks so much. Bye.